What is good, guys? What is good? This time back with another video, and we're going to be talking about the top 5 NFL offensive free agents who I'm most excited for. Like, whoever signs them, you're going to be getting a good player. Like, they are a game changer, or they have just massive potential, and it's been capped on a team, right? So we're going to dive straight into this, man. Number 1, I have George Pickens. George Pickens, Cowboys wide receiver. If you don't know, if you don't know the history of George Pickens, I guess you just ain't been watching football. George Pickens, obviously, he was traded from Pittsburgh Steelers, right? Known as the crash out, going to the Dallas Cowboys. And I thought George Pickens went out and showed that not only can he be the number 1 wide receiver, he could be a top 3 wide receiver depending on the season if he is that featured guy. And it showed in Dallas. It really showed. I mean, 1,429 receiving yards, 9 touchdowns. There was a period where CeeDee Lamb was hurt and George Pickens was the guy for Dak Prescott. And ideally, the Cowboys, I'm sure they want to keep him, but it's not going to be cheap. Like, George Pickens he's not going to be a cheap wide receiver. You're going to be giving George Pickens top dollar. And he was absolutely insane this year. Like I said, he literally showed that he could be a top 3 wide receiver. I know people like to throw out the crash out, all this and that, but realistically, George Pickens is a dang good wide receiver. And I don't know why people are so down on him. I know that in Pittsburgh it was kind of weird, but for like the talent and what he can bring to any team, any scheme, honestly, it does not matter. He's a guy that can really change the dynamic of your passing game on pretty much any team. So I have George Pickens as my number 1 guy because I think he's just such a massive game changer. The one thing, like I said, the one thing you're going to get with him, though, is that you're going to be paying him like top dollar. Whoever signs him, you're going to be breaking bank because he played like that dude. And his agent is going to have something to say about that too. All right, number 2, I have Malik Willis. Now, Malik Willis, I have at number 2. I'm just so intrigued with Malik Willis. The reason why I'm intrigued is because I mean, we just witnessed it with Sam Darnold. I'm not saying that with Malik Willis. I'm not comparing him to Sam Darnold. But some of these quarterbacks just need to get around good offensive coaches. You know what I mean? They just need to get around a good culture. I see that with Malik Willis, right? Like, we saw him in Tennessee. We saw how bad it was in Tennessee. And then he goes to the Green Bay Packers. And hell, even last year, do you guys not remember? Jordan Love goes out, Malik Willis comes in. Green Bay keeps winning games. They kept winning games, dude. And Malik Willis at the time is like, oh, dude, he's playing solid. He's solid. This year, he starts a couple games for the Green Bay Packers. And one specifically, it was like, oh yeah, like he's that dude. Like, he looks like he's that dude. You have Coach LaFleur there, who is an offensive mind. You have all these young guys on Green Bay, and all of a sudden, Malik Willis looks like a completely different player. Looks super confident, right? He's not hesitant. I think he's a guy, if you get him in the right team with the right culture, there's no guarantees, but I mean, you could possibly be talking about a possible franchise quarterback on select team, right? I'm not saying for sure, because like we've seen a lot from Malik Willis, right? But just like I said, it also goes to show possibly just the right situation for Malik Willis. He may be a guy that you can invest into for the next like couple years, right? Just sign him for a couple years, 3 years. I'm probably more 2, just to see what he can do in a 2-year span, or a 1. But we know how needy the quarterback position is, and if you can get a young guy on a cheap contract, and just kind of see what you're working with, and if he turns into a good player, that's a gamble that I'd be willing to take. So yeah, I have Malik Willis at number 2. Number 3, I have Tyler Linderbaum. Yeah, center for the Baltimore Ravens. And this guy's really good in the run. He is really good in the run, and he's pretty good in the pass. Dude. Like, he has, if I remember right looking, like he had he's given up a couple sacks this last season. Had like 4 penalties. He's good in the pass, but he's a much better run center. But at the same time, he's a starter that you obviously would have out in the field all the time, right? Like, he is a quality starting center. And if we look at the NFL right now, just look at some of the offensive line play. I mean, ask the New England Patriots how it went for them in the Super Bowl. Just ask them. Like, everybody wants to talk about Will Campbell, The right tackle on the other side, he also wasn't playing good. And the rest of their offensive line just was not playing good. So good offensive line in this league is so crucial. It's so crucial. And if you can get a guy like Linderbaum, like I don't even know what his projected contract would be, but he's a guy that you're probably going to be signing for, you're going to sign him for 3 to 4 year deal. It's a guy that you're not going to have to worry about replacing because he's a good enough starter to keep around, and he's good enough to the point where he's going to elevate your team, even in the pass. Like I said, he's much better in the run, but he's still pretty damn good pass blocking center. So that's who I have at 3. And at 4, I have Breece Hall. And dude, when it comes to Breece Hall, there are a lot of people that get very excited about Breece Hall. I mean, just think about it, right? He's been with the New York Jets. We've seen the mess with the New York Jets. It's just been a mess there in literally every single level, right? Not just the players. And as a result of that, some of these players have just suffered. I know Breece Hall he's dealt with some injuries as well, right? But I mean, this last season he was good. I mean, he literally played all season long, and he racked up how many did he rack up this year? 1,065. Yeah, 1,065 rushing yards. That's the most he's had in his whole career. So you go from 2022 to now. In 2022, I'm pretty sure is that when he got hurt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when he got hurt. So we'll skip that season. But 2023 to 2025, nearly 1,000 in 2023 coming back. 994. Next season 876. Next season 1,065 with everything that's going on with the Jets. Right? Like I remember when Sauce Gardner and who was it, Quinnen Williams? Yeah, when they got traded, I'm pretty sure Garrett Wilson was hurt at the same time, if I remember right. And there was a lot of memes out there like, oh, Breece Hall is the only one left on the team. And I saw rumors about Breece Hall like trying to request a trade. I think that was just rumors. I could be wrong, but I think he's a guy that you can plug into a lot of teams, and you're gonna be getting a pretty damn good running back. Not the best pass blocker. That's a lot of, let's be real, that's a lot of running backs. But at the same time, that's the type of guy that you can feed the ball to. And he's so tough and he's so fast and explosive. You can feed him the ball 20 plus carries. And if you're trying to make your team a running team, run first, pass after, like he's the type of guy that you want to bring in. And I bet a lot of people are going to be trying to bring in Breece Hall. I'll tell you that much right now. So I have Breece Hall at 4, and that's a guy that a lot of people are going to be watching. At number 5, I have Alex. My bad. And at number 5, I have Alec Pierce. And dude, if you don't watch their team, dude, let me see. And at number 5, I have Alec Pierce. And I watched like a good, what was it, 3 games? 3 games from the Indianapolis Colts. And even since Alec Pierce was drafted in 2022, every now and then I watch Colts games. I see Alec Pierce's name, poke up. I'm not thinking much about it. But every time I watch this dude, he is always making some type of big play. Honestly. And if you look at his career, right? So from 2022 to now, this last season, he racked up 1,000 yards. And I think you could credit part of that to Daniel Jones being there. I know a lot of people like to talk a lot of shit about Daniel Jones, this and that, but Daniel Jones was playing pretty good at one point. And if you have a big wide receiver like Alec Pierce, what is Alec Pierce? I think he's 6'3". Yeah, 6'3", 211 pounds around there. He is a big frame wide receiver, and he's a guy that you can literally just throw the ball up to, and he's gonna go and get it. He's a really good route runner. There are so many times I've watched Indianapolis Colts games where I'm seeing Alec Pierce run across the field, a corner trailing, and they throw up a deep crosser, and he just snags that thing out of the air. 6'3" wide receiver is going to be pretty damn hard to stop, and I think there's a lot of teams that would love to have Alec Pierce on their squad. And I'm sure, I don't think you're going to have to break bank to sign that dude, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be cheap. I'm sure Alec Pierce is going to be getting between 22 million, probably 25 million is some things I've seen online. So he's going to be a good guy. The one team that I want to sign him, honestly, is the Los Angeles Chargers. That's like the one team I'm like, dude, bring in him, right? Like, you're losing Keenan Allen. You have the other two guys, Quentin Johnston, and then you have Ladd. Bring in Alec Pierce. He's a guy that is a little bit more low profile, but a guy that can come in and elevate your team in the passing game because he's just as good as anybody at times. And last person, this is an honorable mention, so I only have 5, but honorable mention is Kyle Pitts. And, I'm just really interested to see what Kyle Pitts can do with another team, because this last season, there was a point when Michael Penix was actually playing decent, but as time went on, we saw that Michael Penix was super inconsistent. Then he ended up getting hurt, and the passing game suffered from it. And I mean, Kirk Cousins came in, and Kirk Cousins wasn't bad at times. He honestly wasn't. But I thought that this year from Kyle Pitts was honestly his best year. And I understand that, in his rookie season, he did have more receiving yards. Like, yeah, in his rookie season, he did have more. But I felt like the ball was being, forced to him, being that number 1 pick. And I thought this year, he caught better. He just looked like a better all-around player, dude. Like, every time they threw him the ball, it looked like he was doing something really good. And, he went for 928 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns. And, he's not the type of guy that's going to be the best pass blocker. He's not. He's like the more like Travis Kelce. He's pretty much damn near a wide receiver at tight end. Like, he's just a big dude who you can throw the ball to. He's going to be really good yards after catch, really good with the yak. And when it comes to blocking, it's not that he's bad. I wouldn't say he's the best, though. But he doesn't have a lot of pass blocking snaps. So he's a guy that you're just going to, basically throw to like a ton as a tight end. And the one team, I know for some of the other players, I didn't mention which team because I just really don't know. But the one team that I could see signing Kyle Pitts, I know it's sounding like they're going to keep Travis Kelce, but I'm like, dude, I could see Kansas City bringing in Kyle Pitts, and I could see Kyle Pitts going crazy in Kansas City, literally just going absolutely nuts. So we'll see where he'll go, and we'll see where the rest of the other 5 go. But those are 5 of probably most exciting free agents on offense for me that I'm excited to see where they're going to end up going when free agency hits. So I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Be sure to drop a like. Be sure to subscribe to your boy. All we do is talk football here. Come by with me. Anyways, guys, appreciate you watching. It's your boy Shady Luke, and I am out. Deuces.